it's December. What happened? I skipped November. The reason I'm here today is because something insanely magical happened this morning and I need to share it with you. Not so much what it actually was, but the life lesson from it. I'm gonna go sit down over here. This is my cafefe, if anybody knows what that means. Props to you. I wanna light this candle for more ambiance. It smells like pine trees, if you were wondering. My favorite smell for the holidays. Whenever I come to this location right here and I just plop down, Shooter thinks he's gonna get a brush. He loves being brushed. And then he immediately goes over to that door over there, which is where his TREATS's are. And I spelled that because any animal owner knows that if you say the word, hell hath no fury. All right, I tried to fix a few things like lighting, making the background look more pleasing, but let's be honest, I don't script my videos or plan them. I kind of just turn the camera on and go. So we're gonna deal with the outside noise and the fact that I'm sitting on a stool. Oh boy, where do I start? Do you know in life when you have a goal and you work at it for years and years and years and years and years? Before I ramble too much, basically in a nutshell, my husband has succeeded and passed an exam that is extremely important within his career field. He has been preparing for this exam for pretty much our entire relationship. And this isn't going to be a preachy video about,
oh my god, my husband's amazing.
It's about life lessons. To preface this by saying that when I first met my husband, he was in college still and he was busting his butt doing that, working jobs, and I immediately realized, wow, this guy really puts in the effort and this guy really doesn't want anything handed to him, and he doesn't believe in luck. He believes he makes his own luck. And now that I know him better and I'm married to him, I can see why he is who he is and why he attracts the life he does. It's important because when you're picking someone to spend your life with, you need to make sure you're picking the proper person. Choose wisely, treat kindly is something I live by every single day. Yes, I am drinking out of a camera lens mug. Part of life is to just roll with it, right? And to not let it knock you down, or let it knock you down, but get up, dust yourself off and keep going. What my husband has done these past 5 years, because he's been doing this for 5 years and he has sacrificed countless hours, countless social events, seeing friends, seeing family. I've sacrificed so much as his girlfriend and now wife, giving up weekends with him, wife and us living together, you know, drawing him baths, bringing him tea, and making sure he's getting proper rest because he would work all day and then want to study for the exams, and making sure he's eating right, making all of his meals for him, which I love doing anyway. But you know, it's nice when you're making food for someone and fueling their body. But now that we are eating a different way too, it's just completely, totally impacted him in a different way where he's able to function better, his brain is working better. The purpose of this video is the life lesson that he learned. Yes, he passed his exam. Yes, when I got the call this morning after I dropped him off at work that he passed, I could hear it in his voice that he was standing taller, that he was so proud of himself and so happy and relieved that this point of his life is finally, this chapter's closed and now we get to open this new door and walk through it. And when you are married, it's just a whole other level of commitment and passion and inspiration that you draw from the person that you're spending your life with. I can't explain it. If you're not married, you won't understand it until you are, if you ever do get married. But seeing someone day in and day out, they're good, they're bad, they're hard working selves when they feel so stressed out and overwhelmed. And I'm a business owner, so I completely understand and empathize with him on that level. Owning a business is really tricky and I do everything myself. I know what it's like to doubt yourself and to feel overwhelmed, to feel underwhelmed, to understand that you need to be flexible with life and be focused and have tenacity and resilience and persevere, but you also need to be strong, but don't be too in your own head, you know what I mean? The bigger lesson, in my opinion, was that he learned about himself and he taught himself that he can do anything he puts his mind to, and if he works and puts in the effort, he will accomplish it. My mom taught me this as a young girl, and even now she always reminds me, it's not the people who don't get their feet dirty when they're walking through mud, it's the people who really have to try. And I'm not knocking the people who can do that, I'm just saying there's something about the tenacity and the resilience in human beings that is so inspiring, and she taught me that lesson. So to have a husband who has been through this journey with such grace and just like, I'm gonna do it. Like even when people were like, you probably shouldn't do this anymore, maybe you're not cut out to do this, he's like, no, I'm gonna do it. life's gonna teach you a lot of stuff, and life is going to knock you down, toss you around, and make you feel like you're the king of the world too. But you need to remember that the life lessons are more important, and the journey to the goal is more important than reaching the goal. Just remember that, yeah, you're gonna hit bumps in the road. Yeah, you're gonna doubt yourself. You know, maybe you won't, but you gotta be tenacious in life. You have to be resilient in life, and you need to have grit, because without the grit, there's no pearl, right? And even myself, you know, I have to write down on paper sometimes what I've accomplished in my own career, because sometimes the day-to-day, you know, you're not looking from where you came from in the journey, you're just looking at now and ahead. And I, you know, will write down all the things I've accomplished, and I'm like, dude, like, I did all of this myself. Obviously I had my family and my husband to support me and guide me, but I did that myself, you know, without this big education behind me. I encourage you to think today why you're why you're leading the life you're living, and if you want to level it up, if you want to continue on the journey you are. And remember to make daily goals, monthly goals, but to focus on the present more than you do the future. And definitely the past makes you who you are, but that stuff's in the past for a reason. It's those moments when you're tired of running and you're tired of just all of it, you know, to just keep going, because you can do what you want to do. We can't do everything, but we can do some things. We're all capable of doing the things we want to do on one level or another, but it's more than just thinking it. You have to plant the seed in your head, and you have to persevere. Thanks for watching this video. I know I haven't been around. A cool video that I'm going to work on, and I was going to make it this huge big thing where I was going to film all these cool, you know, B-roll footage and stuff like that, but I think I'm just gonna sit like this and talk. I'm gonna write it down and then just talk, and that is 30 things I've learned, or 30 things that I've been through, or 30 things I love about life by 30. It's just gonna be a smorgasbord, because I am going to be 30 in a month. January 27th is my 30th birthday, and I cannot believe that. I've been on this channel since I was 18. I can't even. Follow me on Instagram if you'd like. You to write below something that 2017 taught you about the world, about yourself, about being alive. And I want you to write something that you're excited for in 2018. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's probably gonna be in the new year, so I'll see you next year. And I hope this year taught you stuff and you weren't just like, wow, this year sucked, I want a new one, because like I said, you know, life's meant to be a lesson. It's not meant to be this perfect thing all the time. But stay super duper fly, and I'll see you in 2018. What? All right, bye guys.
Super duper fly girl, she's the cutest girl that you've ever known. When you're home alone and you're really bored, I know that doesn't really rhyme, then you know you should subscribe.
Dryer right now and washer, whichever one is making that noise. Sounds like there's a bird in my apartment, but there isn't. So if you hear that, I promise I'm not keeping a bird hostage. It's my dryer or my washer.